I think I've just discovered the funniest sound design trick. Okay, you see this plugin, EQ3. Probably Ableton's worst stock effect because it sucks at doing its job, but what if I told you that this can be used as a drum synth? And when I say it sucks at its job, let's take a look at the EQ curve of an EQ3 when it's doing absolutely nothing. So it's pretty much flat. There's a little dip here, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. But now let's look at the phase. This is a problem. So even though it's doing nothing, the EQ is still really messing with the incoming signal. All of the spikes here are just where the phase shift reaches 180 degrees and then kind of loops back around. So we've got 4 complete phase shifts across the spectrum here, which isn't a huge problem, but when you have more EQs, yeah, that's gonna do something. But we can use that to our advantage. I remember seeing an AU5 video where he points out that a phase dispersion acts as a pitch envelope when used on an impulse. In other words, phase shift is gonna take some frequencies and play them now and other frequencies and play them later. Kick drum is when some frequencies are now and other frequencies are later. There's a connection. So I take a saw wave and I set the frequency to nothing, and that means you just get the click. And that is an impulse, which contains all the frequencies. And now we put that through the EQ3, and that's gonna do phase shift. So we turn off the lows and highs on the EQ so that you're only hearing between these frequencies, put it in a rack and set the low and high points to macros. So set the low all the way down and the high all the way up. And now, the way to really turn this into a drum is to just make another EQ3. And then just keep doing. I've got a limiter on the end just to make it louder, but just keep doing that. Just keep adding more. And listen to what's happening. You can use this to control like the 2 frequencies, like where it starts and where it ends. Okay, so you might have noticed that the decay time is the number of EQs, and how can you control that on a macro? Well, that's a very simple answer to that question. Well, obviously what you do is you map the on-off for all of the EQs to another macro. And then simply go into the mod mapping and type in every multiple of 4 for each of the EQs, and now this knob literally controls the number of EQs that are turned on. And there you go, it's got pitch, it's a pitch envelope with decay. That's what we've just done. Is it practical? No. But does it sound good? I mean, I think it's a decent kick.